creatures of all kinds, and welcome to my booktube channel. I'm your host, Helena Zelin, and today we're going to talk about the very first classic novel I read. And that's no other than the Gone with the Wind by Margaret Mitchell. Fun fact, that's the only hardback novel that I got. It was my grandmother's and now it's mine. Story time. I was thinking that this is a forbidden book for me. Like I was finishing elementary school when I first started to want to read it, and I was like, you know what? That's forbidden. I am too young to read it. No one ever said such thing to me. I just got it out of my mind. But yeah, I was thinking that I'm too young. And then when I was finishing the third class of high school, I was like, you know what? I'm still too young to read it. Again, no one ever said such a thing to me. But I'm going to read it anyway. So I grabbed it from our bookcase, went to bed because it was around 10 a.m. at night. 10 a.m. or p.m. It was around 10 at night. And I was in my bed under my seats with a flashlight and the book open, and I was reading, and I read the whole thing in a night. I don't do these things anymore. I care more for my eyes than what I used to do in the past. Now, I'm not going to review this exactly as a review should be done, because that's a very old book, and I'm sure that most of you know what it is. If you haven't read it, you've maybe seen the movie, but even if you haven't read it or seen the movie, I'm sure you know what it's about. So I'm not going to exactly say my opinion about this. I'm only going to say that I love it. It's one of my favorite books today. I've read it about two times, and I'm planning on rereading this year. The reason why I wanted to talk about this book, it's because of the two main characters, Scarlett O'Hara and her love interest. I'm not talking about Ashley. I just do not remember the name of the general. I'm so sorry about it. I haven't read it so long, so I'm really sorry about that. Anyway, I'm putting it down in order to be able to talk and communicate with my hands, as I always do. I always move my hands when I'm talking, and I have my hair elastic here and playing. I do it when I get nervous. Anyways, the useless information of the day. Whatever. Yes, why I wanted to talk about this book. Today, we need to start thinking more like Scarlett and her love interest. Why is that? These two are often considered the villains of their own stories. And that's because they tend to do stuff that are hurtful for their families, for their friends, for everyone else except them. And that's normally what a villain should do. Well, I do believe in a yin-yang situation. I do believe that everything is equally evil and good, so I can't say such thing. But another thing that's really powerful about them, and that's one main reason why I do love these two characters, it's because they do not give a damn what people say. They know what they want, they know who they are, and they know the way to achieve their goals, and they're going to do it no matter what. It doesn't matter if an earthquake hits. The second they start their journey, they're going to move on and continue walking towards their goals, no matter what people say. And that's the key here, no matter what people say. We really need to start thinking like that more today, because I do feel like that with all these social networks and stuff, we tend to try to be who people want us to be. And that's not good. That's not self-appreciative. We have to get to know ourselves. We have to accept who we are, and we have to just keep being us. Keep being who we are. And that's exactly what Scarlett and her love interest do. They stay true to themselves. And That's just amazing. How can't anybody see how powerful that is? Yes, it is an old book. Yes, it is a classic. No, I do not normally read classics, even though I have read quite a few. But I really believe that it's a book worth reading. It's a book worth having in your house. Every household should have a copy of this book in their bookcases, on their bookcases. And every person on this world has to read this book. It is tragic. It is an emotional roller coaster, and it's just like it's a tornado. Everything goes boom and and oh, sobbing and cries and stuff like that. Even though it was written long ago and it is about an age long ago, it's still accurate today. I can see myself in these characters. I can see myself in these situations. No, I've never lived through war, nor want I to do it. But I believe that we can just see war as our everyday life, because life is full of struggles, full of obstacles that come into our way, and we just have to get through stuff. Death is a very big part of the book, which is something that will never cease to exist, and this is something that everyone will have to deal with at some point of their lives. I haven't. I'm sure one day I will, and I really do not want to, but I don't really have a choice. Life doesn't give you that choice. And the way that our protagonists are able to get through things, and the way that they're able to stick to themselves and stick to their plans no matter what comes around, I just think that this is powerful, and this is role model material. Now that I'm thinking about it, that Scarlett O'Hara was my very first role model after my grandmother. This girl right here, and I appreciate it, and I am still grateful for this still today after so many years. I read it when I was about 16, 15 years old, and I'm 21 right now, and I'm still being grateful for this read. I just wanted this to be out there, just in case somebody says that, oh, I hated this book because it's tragical and sad and stuff. But life is tragical and sad, but it's up to you to take this sadness and this tragedy and make it something of your own good. And yeah, I think that is where I want to end the video today. Let me know in the comments what's your opinion about it, and I'm actually pretty open to every opinion. If you hated this book, okay, it hurts me a little bit because it's one of my very favorite books ever, but okay, it's just your opinion. It doesn't mean that it should affect me. Like I said, keep being you no matter what people say. So yeah, feel free to share your opinion here, or if you have uploaded a review somewhere in the internet, just let me a link down below and I'll be very happy to read it. And that was it. You can follow me on my blog, Instagram, Goodreads and Twitter. I'm going to have everything down below, and I think that's my cue to go. Bye guys, see you next time, next Monday probably. Bye.